Good evening. Hey, I'm happy to be with you again. I'm Undrai Fizer, and I'm happy to be with you in the middle of the day. I just wanted to say that if you recognize that the possibilities and openings of a shift has occurred your whole life, if you're listening now, your whole life, if you're paying attention, your whole life, your sensual life, sexual life, spiritual life, financial life, everything about your life, not your breathing, but everything that concerns you, everything that is responsible for the makeup of your thinking and your experience and your thoughts and your movements and your momentums and your happiness and your sadness, everything that's responsible for your mind makeup, for your thought makeup, for your momentum and spirituality is being affected right now. If you're paying attention, everything's okay. Go ahead and move into that next area. Some of you are feeling prompted. Say prompted. Some of you are feeling prompted to move in a certain area. Not just to try something new and come back home, but some of you are being prompted to have another life experience, another shift in reality. I'm not talking deep. It happens to everybody. It's just most people take advantage of it and most people don't. Most people don't recognize it and most people do. But your life is being invited into a new realm of possibility in life. Envision of when you think of something, the beautiful thought in your mind, the beautiful reality in your mind will invite you to come and live there. Vision is when your consciousness invites your life to a new arena. What is vision? It's when your consciousness invites your life into another arena. And some of you are feeling it. That's why you're kind of moving. You don't have a attention deficit. You just have a lot and you don't know if you can do it. You don't know. You haven't recognized the invitation. But the shift has occurred and it's inviting you to do something spectacular, and not just to do something. It's inviting you to function differently on another plane. Your relationships are shifting, your marriages are shifting, your friendships are shifting, your jobs are shifting. It's happening. It's not just, do I leave my job to go do this? No, it's things are happening. If you're listening, the shift has occurred. Some people could hear me saying this and they could think that I'm talking some deep philosophical shenanigan, but I'm not. It's really happening. It's really happening in your life. And that's the tragedy when there are some awesome divine things happening in your life and we misdiagnose them. We misdiagnose it to be something else. We give it the wrong interpretation and we sort of frustrate ourselves in our destiny. Our destiny is asking us to do something, but we misdiagnose the rumblings and we call it something else and we go on a vacation instead of making a shift in our life. Your life is really asking for something spectacular and you guys are feeling it. And you can't put the name on it. You can't. Some of us can't put the name on what's going on, but God has raised up some forerunners and some divine psychiatrists who knows how to tell you this is what's going on. You're not crazy. This is what's going on. And another tragic thing is you may find out what's going on and get afraid and go back to familiar. Now that's one of the most craziest things that we do is we find out what could be happening and then because we're not ready to make the move or to allow the spirit of the shift to consume us. We adjudge the shift by our familiarity, and then we declare the shift as demonic or out of time, when really we're out of confidence. We're not in the wrong time. We don't have confidence. And yes, like I wrote earlier, you're going to feel nervous when it's time to move from one familiar place to another. You're going to feel nervous. You're going to feel nervous. And you're going to find a reason to justify what you're presently living in to buy time. You know, you're free to do whatever you want. You're free to make whatever decision you need to make. But you need to ask yourself this question. Why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling this way? How are you guys doing? Wendy, Miss B, how you doing? Linda, how you doing? Why am I feeling this way though? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling these rumblings and these shiftings? Why am I feeling like this? It's up to you to sit down. Now, you could either take advantage of it, or you could just live and act like it's not there and let it die down and go somewhere else. You know, but how ready are you to live? Good statement. How ready are you? Some of you have been desiring some things and you've never told anybody. Some of you are frustrated, but you've never told anybody. So you're living, tolerating things and laughing at every joke, going to the lunches and dinners and going out and things like that. But you are frustrated to the core. You are angry to the core. I'm serious. And sometimes God will send an opportunity to you in a personality that you are not comfortable with. God will send an opportunity to you, and that opportunity of difference and possibility will sit there. And if you make another complaint when the opportunity is there, believe me, wisdom won't hear you. Because sometimes he sends you an opportunity in the preference you're not looking for, but you know in your gut that this is an opportunity. You know in your gut that this is an opportunity. Nobody has to tell you. You already know God has found me. Let me see your hand if you know what I'm talking about. You already know God has found me. But you want the opportunity to be familiar and comfortable and convenient. Sometimes God will send an opportunity to you that has an acceleration that's just as in-depth as your frustration. It means as long as you've been frustrated, that will determine, let me say it this way, the length of your frustration will determine the intensity of the pull. That will determine the intensity of the opportunity. If you've been frustrated for 30 years, then the intensity of the pull will reflect the degree of frustration. If you've been frustrated for 10 years, 5 years, the intensity of the pull or the push will be a reflection of the intensity of your frustration. If you got a casual desire, you're going to have a casual opportunity. But if you have an intense desire, you're going to have an intense opportunity. No one's pushing you in anything. You've been pushing yourself. The frustration has been pushing you. The frustration and the pain has been pushing you out of your wits' end. So the opportunity is going to pull and push as hard as the frustration. It's not a matter that God is so, you cannot build a reputation on what you're going to do. Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Chris. Chris, I'm going to send somebody else's quote while Dr. Fizer is talking. That's right. Yeah. How you doing, Sharonda? Yeah, that's what's happening. The opportunity is going to be as great as the frustration. And that's what's going on. And it's going to come to you and it's going to pull and it's going to do that. And sometimes we can try to curse the opportunity so we can exempt ourselves from the accountability. Don't you know how many people, and I won't be on here long, I know you got other things to do. Don't you know how many people have cursed the opportunity to avoid it, to make the opportunity sound offensive so we can go somewhere else? And you know good and well that that is the divine opportunity. Don't you know how many people have cheated the opportunity and put themselves in a situation as though the opportunity has to win the contract to help you? The contract, it has to put a bid in to help you. It's like, you know, that's the opportunity. How come we cheated? There is a movement of God, and we tried to see if the opportunity is going to chase us down and make a bid to make it free enough or convenient enough for us to say yes so he can work on us. You already know that that's the opportunity. Don't curse it. Don't curse it. You feel me, guys? God is not this gentleman that everyone says. Thank you. Change is the only thing that should never. Yes, God is not this gentleman that we say, like he's gentle, which means he's not going to destroy you. But the opportunity that he releases is not a convenient opportunity, because your frustration isn't convenient. The opportunity, not just to be coached, but to move into this shift, is going to be inconvenient, just as inconvenient as your frustration. It's going to match the intensity. You have to choose what you desire your life to be inconvenienced by. How many of you guys understand what I'm saying? I'm going to leave in a minute. I just wanted a few minutes to talk. I haven't been with you. But the shift has occurred. And it's not just some biblical shift, some religious shift, a different way to preach, a different way to have church, a different way to sing, we don't wear suits no more. We wear jeans and jackets now. We don't wear cassocks no more. We wear jackets. No, it's not a matter of a new shift on Sunday morning. This is a life shift. Your life feels the frustration. It's not a matter, hold on, when you're invited at work, okay, yeah. When I hear you, Wendy. Listen, this is not a church situation. This is, I'm frustrated with life. It's not a matter of, I need to make enough money so I can be happy with life. This has nothing to do with money. It has to do with how you wake up in the morning and how you're balanced and how you see and how you communicate, both naturally and spiritually. It's how your thoughts talk to you. How many of you, your thoughts are talking to you? How many of you, your thoughts are speaking to you and your heart is speaking to you? It's how you're being honored by your own soul. It's the power that's walking in you. That's what it's about. The shift has started. What are you going to do with it? Yeah, cursing the opportunity is like cursing God. Yeah, that's what it is. Because you want the opportunity to treat you right. Look, it's going to treat you right. It just won't treat you from the limited degree that you view yourself. And the opportunity is not trying to make you feel safe. You understand? Thanks for being with me.